Well, I've been gone for a minute, haven't I? Hello everyone, PlushyCube here. The reason I haven't been uploading lately is because of high school. My teachers want to kill me. Please help. I'm just joking. I love you, Mr. Flory. I'm very sorry I haven't been uploading lately. I've just been dealing with school and life, but hey, I'm back. My next video after this is going to be a plush video. Hint, hint, hint. Anyways, if you guys read the title, read the thumbnail, looked at the thumbnail, if you don't like, non-visual stuff, you know exactly why the fuck you're here. My name is PlushyCube, and today we're going to be going over some series that never got picked up and pilots I like. This video has been in the works for a long time, so I had to switch up some stuff, and yeah. And also, these pilots will not be somewhat of a Kitty Bobo or Robot Jones situation. I just wanted to show you guys some pilots that you may have never seen before or heard of, and I think it would be interesting to you guys. Some of these will be Justin Roiland pilots, as he created a lot of pitches for shows on Fox that weren't Rick and Morty. Okay, that's a lot of fucking filler. Let's begin.
Look at this!
Number 1, Hate. Hate is a comic book by writer and artist Peter Bagge. It was published in Fantagraphics in 1990. Running for 30 issues, it was one of the best-selling underground comics of all time. It sold 30,000 copies per issue. Hate revolves around the slacker and anti-hero Buddy Bradley. A dude in his 30s who is really angry, has shaggy hair, a flannel shirt, jeans, and stupid beat-up shoes, and a friend named Stinky. And no, we're not talking about the one from Hey Arnold. Actually, he was born in 1967, and if we subtract and do our math in the 90s... Yeah, I'm gonna place it on the screen. I ain't got time for fucking math now. Peter Bagge wrote Buddy Bradley as a person who is really unlikable and ugly, however he resonated with a lot of teenagers in the 1990s. In the mid-90s, he became an iconic symbol of the Seattle underground culture as well as the grunge and slackerdom movement. Peter Bagge sees this as very unintentional, as Buddy just wore whatever he wanted to. A flannel shirt, jeans, and beat-up shoes. Sounds like me. Buddy Bradley first appeared in the Bradley strip by Peter Bagge, which was kind of just, what Peter Bagge was going for in the Bradleys was just a parody of the Brady Bunch and a lot of stupid sitcoms. While the Bradleys did display a lot of family stereotypes that are kind of true, the only person that people could resonate with was Buddy Bradley, not only by fans, critics, but Peter Bagge himself, so much so that Hate was based on Buddy Bradley. The comic really just focused on Buddy Bradley, his life, Stinky, his friend, not the one from Hey Arnold, Lisa, who is his fucking spouse. The reason I said it like that is because when I was growing up, I used to hate Lisa, but now I love her because, I can relate to her. Over the years, Hate has garnered a cult following, and it would make sense for it to be adapted in some way. So, in the 90s, Peter Bagge worked with a lot of networks to get Hate a TV show. Bagge, however, did not want a live-action movie based on Hate, as it would just probably be ruined. This guy knows what's up. So people like Leonardo DiCaprio need to get the fuck out if they wanted to play Buddy. What I'm trying to say is, if people want a movie of Hate, the comic book we're talking about right now, it has to be animated. I myself am a big fan of the underground comics movement and Peter Bagge's work, so when I found out there was going to be an animated adaptation, I was psyched. No, that's not the right word. I was ecstatic, but I was born in 2008, so yeah. I had to do research for this video, so when looking on a lot of Wikipedia and TV tropes, it always had this to say, and I quote, "So far, no pilot version has been completed." Well, let me tell you guys this. That is a lie. If you guys would look up hate.avi, like Avi as in AVI, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So yes, for those looking at this video right now who are fans of Hate, there is a 5-minute cartoon out there with Stinky and Buddy Bradley in the animated flesh. I love watching this pilot, and specifically, this gave me a good excuse just to watch the pilot. For the 19th time in a row. It follows Stinky as he complains to Buddy Bradley that
To be the new mecca for today's dissatisfied youth. It burns me up.
if you guys have read the comics, which I know that a lot of you haven't, then you won't understand what's happening in this case, and you won't get enough context as to what Stinky's talking about. To put this in a very nutter shell, I'm going to say that Stinky is just talking a lot of shit, saying that his hometown, Buddy's hometown, which is their hometown, is better than all of them, I guess, and it's the place to be. However, Buddy, being brutally honest as usual, tells him that,
Main reason we moved here was the cheap rents.
and that
It's a simple matter of economics.
There's more to it than that.
Stinky doesn't listen and he just keeps rambling on, and then Buddy's just like,
Yeah.
Say, buddy, can you cover me? I'm dead broke.
And then Stinky with his bitch ass can't pay the whole tab. They walk out, they see that nobody is there. Buddy pulls out a cigarette and says, the fat lady has sung, and Stinky is not going through that. He is not accepting it in any way. Stinky finally accepts the fact that, their hometown is empty. They go to a dumpster, they steal a flannel shirt, a wall cap, and a
loaded syringe.
Whoa.
They see these teenagers in the alleyway who really want to be musicians or something, keep kissing their shoes and everything, Converse and whatnot. Then they tell Stinky to go in the alley with Buddy, and what do we see?
Good day, gentlemen.
Lawyer?
But of course.
And they run away like that. So, yeah, it ends. I love this pilot, and I watch it on a semi-regular basis, because Peter Bag is an inspiration on my style. Me, being a cartoonist, I draw almost every day, and I have a lot of inspirations. A very long list of inspirations, and Peter Bag is one of them. I remember reading Hate when I was about 10 years old, getting it from one of my cousin's stacks of comics and being like,
whoa.
This is awesome! I relate to this shaggy-haired, big-nosed guy. As you may expect, this pilot never went anywhere because, it never aired. Somehow, some way, somebody got a copy and put it on YouTube. It's currently unknown what pilot this network was supposed to go to, but if I had to make a good guess, it would probably be, MTV, due to the look of it. It just looks so Ren and Stimpy. That's because a lot of people from Ren and Stimpy worked on this pilot. Remember when I said that there were 3 networks that wanted it? Well, that is one thing. In October of 2009, Fox wanted a Bradley's comic series and not Hate, however that went nowhere, and we're left with one network, HBO. This is where Lost Media comes in. Jim Gizriel, known for his work on the Pizza Party podcast and the web series Knock Force, did a review on the Hate cartoon. He suspected that this pilot was fan-made or something, or just made for fun, as he said that he got a person telling him that there was no such thing as this in the works for anything. What I mean is, this person somehow saw storyboards and scripts from the show, and it had nothing to do with this pilot of them meeting the lawyer or being at the bar. And may I tell you something? This is Reddit we're talking about. This is where he got the post. Whether this may be true or not, I don't really know. And honestly, right now, I don't really think Hate actually needs a series right now. Sure, the comics are really, really awesome, and I love them, and I still read them to this day from libraries. I really need to get the full Hate collection. But that's all I need for now. A lot of great comics didn't even need adaptations. One thing I noticed is that every Hate fan that I have seen that commented on this hates the voices to this cartoon. How unironic! Well, my opinion really, I think the voices just suit the characters just fine. As Hot Diggity Demon says in his Powerpuff Girls video, cartoon characters are their voices. I would say that Stinky's voice fits him just fine. I would say that Buddy's voice fits him just fine. When I look at Buddy's face with his big nose, his very large crop of black hair, I see him not having a high-pitched voice. I see him having a low-pitched voice. A deep-pitched voice. But if they had to change any voice actor for, this cartoon, I would say Stinky. Now, Stinky's voice, I think it sounds fine, but if they could get the guy who voiced Fritz the Cat, Skip Hennett, to play his voice, it would be just fine. Unfortunately, this series never came to be, and I'm glad it stayed that way. Number 2, relative insanity. Let's just admit something, we all grew up in the 2000s and 2010s. With me, I'm a 2010s baby. There was a lot of websites we went on to, but one obscure one that really never got any attention was Channel 101. Kickstarted by Dan Harmon, this just showcased a lot of short films that were animated or just live action, and one of those contestants being Justin Roiland. When the film festival debuted one of his cartoons, Doc and Marty, some people laughed and some people were just like, what the fuck? If I was there in the 2000s at that film festival, I would have both of those reactions, but most of myself would be laughing my ass off. When you go online and you search up Roiland TV, you will get a plethora of pilots such as the Cosbys that got trademarked and, took by Bill Cosby's lawyers. Pilots that Roiland has made himself in his apartment, such as The Unmarketables, which gave me very psychedelic nightmares.
Alright, that's it! Shut the fuck up! I'm getting sick of it! I got a fucking gun!
Baloney comedy show, family, whatever the fuck that is.
For trouble now! I'm an old lady! I got a gun in my mouth!
Whoa.
Oh my god!
Lady, what are you doing?
She's packing heat! No, I ain't put it in my mouth! I'm an old lady!
Oh my God.
I'm not an old lady! I'm not drunk! Put the gun down, old lady!
Toro and Moro, a lot of other stuff, and Twistleton. But growing up watching those stupid cartoons when I came home from school, there was one show that kind of got me in a familiar way. Let's just say that almost every pilot that Justin Roiland has made out of his apartment, it features a prototype of our two familiar characters back in 2013. But this isn't important right now. Relative Insanity follows a 20-year-old Mitchell who still lives with his frickin' family. A large family. Literally twins, long-legged ones, Doc from frickin' Back to the Future, a Sarah Silverman mom. What is this? Now, let me not judge, as a lot of animations I created were crap, and this one looks really good. This one looks like it was pitched to some... Roiland pitched this to Fox in 2007 3 times, but it never came to fruition. Mostly because it just looked a lot like Ren and Stimpy humor, which Justin Roiland was inspired of. It looked really weird, really gas without the G and 2 S's. And very most likely just because it resembled The Simpsons or Family Guy. May I say this, the later Simpsons or Family Guy, we're talking modern, look worse. I would have to say that Relative Insanity would have worked great on Adult Swim or Fox.
Put it away. Put
Mitchell, you swore on the Bible you'd help us see pictures of naked boobies. But women boobies though.
Do you see what you're doing to me right now? This is why I'm single and I only have one friend.
Even MTV. However, we do know that the series was going to become a full series at one point because of the character designs. And by looking at this, I think that Justin Roiland was too obsessed with the name Terry. Both of the scientists look exactly like Rick, and there's a lot of voices that resemble the original Rick and Morty that we know and love. So these were scrapped, submitted to Channel 101, and a lot of people loved it. Some people hated it, like I said. And this formed a bond with Dan Harmon, creator of Community, who had just gotten fired and launched Channel 101. Next thing we know, with this communication, we got Rick and Morty through a 6-hour-long writing session of the pilot. And we know Rick and Morty has come out with great fame and success, but Relative Insanity and other Roiland tunes are still behind him. In short, I love Relative Insanity. It looks very weird. I love it. Oh my god. Hey, you! Do you like funny podcasts? Do you like podcasts you can listen to? Do you like podcasts that you can listen to while ignoring your stupid teachers? With all the pedophiles out there, do you like podcasts with teenagers that are stupid? Well, you're in the right place, because this October, the Couch Raisins podcast comes out. The podcast will be hosted by me, my friend Malcolm McLean, and the moron Aiden Hutchinson. We talk about random shit on a daily basis. Well, not a daily basis because we record whenever the hell we want. But I assure you, you'll love this podcast. We put our heart and souls into it and a lot of time, so we hope you enjoy it. The podcast will be coming out next week on Friday or something, and I really can't wait for you guys to see it because, you know, I edited the whole thing of an hour, so I really can't wait for you guys to see this. I've worked on this for nonstop. I love it. We've had to record this over one time, but yeah, we did our best. And also, when re-editing the podcast audio, we had a hurricane storm, so my audio's not that best. But hey, the second audio will be good. I promise. And hey, you can even join the Discord down below so you can hear us do the podcast live. You can get early access. Sometimes we do this, but, you know, something special for you guys. How dare you? Join the Discord server down below to see some early access. Listen to moron Aiden ramble for hours. Me and Malcolm having common sense and me slandering him. Yeah, that should be enough. Let us know if you want this animated. Alright, let's get to the third and final piece. Now, when I said that this would be filled with a lot of Justin Roiland pilots, I wasn't kidding. The last pilot we're going to be reviewing is a little show called It's Twistleton. pilot follows the lives of Peter, Susan, Lucy, and Edmund, and a creature that looks like a testicle. Literally, they even say it in this. Due to how weird this looks and how the animal looks like a whole testicle, I bet that this was not pitched to Fox. Two of the things I like about the pilot is the killer catchy theme song, and the light flicking scene with Edmund.
It may have eaten one. Enough!
And we cannot forget about the poop and pee and doo-doo scene. Oh my fucking god, what the hell? This time, the pilot was made not only by Roiland, but some other people, like Abed Gith. The two voiced most of the characters. Some person named Savan helped assemble the color and material. And while the audience share wasn't the shit at all, with 27.4% at the 7th screening, I say that it was really good, and it only needed about, 5 episodes or something. But we're not here to talk about the first episode. Throughout my years of watching all of Justin Roiland's stuff, there is one thing that comes to mind that just gets lost out of the blue. And what that is the official second episode of It's Twistleton. According to the Channel 101 Wiki, and no, not Wiki as in Wookiee and Star Wars, I'm talking about Wikipedia fandoms. It says right here that a second episode has been written and recorded but not animated. And, quote unquote, there's a rumor that it will one day make itself out of the blue. So a fan collaboration? No scripts or recordings have been released to this day or revealed. However, I might say that the second episode must have been fucking weirder than the first.
In the carpets. We will poop and pee in their mouths and all poop and pee in the rations of food. Once our poop and our pee has infiltrated the refrigerator and the poop and the pee is spread thickly through the cupboards and in the micro...
Is that enough? Or should I play more?
With testicle-shaped animals and with a lot of other stuff, such as pimples and all this gross, grotesque stuff. I love it, okay? That's my guilty pleasure. But I would like to see the second episode one day be made throughout a fan collaboration, because honestly, sure, I love Roland TV, but this one has to be one of the weirdest, other than Toro and Moro. Overall, all these pilots that I've actually reviewed and watched just for this video, I loved it. Me having to do research and rewatch all of these, I would have to say that I love watching this. And I did it in the middle of the night. So, yeah, that was something. All those psychedelic nightmares are coming back into my head. It was fun doing this. It was fun researching this video and everything. And I must bid you guys a farewell goodbye for now. For this video, of course.
En defensa de las más de 3 millones de firmas que respaldan la convocatoria a un referéndum revocatorio presidencial. ¡Sabe asesino! ¡Sabe asesino!